Hello everyone, my name is Devashish and I welcome you all to this threat hunting with Virustotal tutorial series. So in this tutorial series, I'm going to make you guys comfortable with Virustotal platform, and I'll teach you how can you use Virustotal to perform advanced threat hunting. So in this series, I'll be uploading 6 to 7 videos, and mostly I'll be covering following topics. Uh, this is going to be the introductory video where I'll try to make yourself comfortable with Virustotal. When I say Virustotal, it will be the free version of Virustotal that you can access using virustotal.com. And after that, I'll be also covering Virustotal Intelligence, which is a premium version of Virustotal, which gives you access to some extra advanced features. Mm, and after that, I'll show you some basic and advanced level sample search using Virustotal Intelligence. I'll also cover Virustotal Intelligence tag modifiers, Graph Explorer, and Live Hunt. And at the end of this tutorial series, I'll also cover how can you use Yara rules on Virustotal platform to hunt threats. So this is what I have planned so far. If you want me to cover any other topic other than this, please let me know in the comment section of this video. I'll try to make those videos available to you. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let's first understand what Virustotal is. So Virustotal is basically is a platform which actually allows user to scan unknown file using various antivirus software that is hosted somewhere in the server. So as you can see, the main page looks something like this. As you can see, you can submit file for scanning, you can submit URLs, you can search in Virustotal. This is how you can actually upload files. You need to choose a file from your local computer, and it will be uploaded, and then it will be scanned using several antivirus software that is hosted in their cloud. And also you can actually check any certain URL is malicious or not, and get them scanned by different antivirus. You just need to submit it like this. You can just add some IP address here like this, and ap.exe, something like this. So this is an invalid IP address, so it is not going to do anything. Let's see. I'm doing this just to show you how to do that. So obviously we are not going to get anything for this one. Okay, meanwhile I'll show you some other stuffs of Virustotal as well. So let me first go to all the section that you see on the main page of Virustotal. So this is the intelligence. This is a premium section. You need to have a paid account, Virustotal paid account, to be able to um, access these features. For example, intelligence, hunting, graph, API, etc. So after that, URL, and you can search for hashes as well. So suppose you already know you have hash of any unknown binary or any file, you can simply search using this particular option. As you can see, this free version of Virustotal actually supports URL, IP address, domain, file hash, etc. So let's try to search a hash. So I have a hash here, so I'll just paste it here and press enter. So as you can see, this hash has been scanned before with Virustotal, and these are the antivirus software that is hosted on their server, using which this file was scanned. And as you can see, there's several antivirus such as Avast, Avira, Bitdefender, etc, etc, and their detection. And these are the antiviruses which actually did not detect this particular file. So there are a couple of tabs available. So as we can see, this is the detection tab, where you get to see what all antivirus actually detected and what all did not. After that, there is a details tab. As you can see, there are some basic file properties. It is showing you the MD5 hashes, SHA-265, file type, this is a MS Word document, and magic bytes. And after that history, it is also extract from the metadata. As you see that creation time was 2017, file submission was 2017, last submission, last analysis. So what is last analysis? So let me clarify that. So basically, once the file is submitted, you can actually reanalyze the file using this particular option on the right. So mm, so this actually, this particular field actually stores the date when the file was last analyzed on this particular platform. So this is actually the file names using which it was submitted, and this shows some relationship. So relations means this particular doc actually contacted one URL, but this is the URL 82.202.236.125.8080, and this is the URL that this when it was launched in their virtual machine, this URL was contacted. It is showing that. But if you want to get more information, you need to have a premium account. So if you just click on it, it will ask you to log in, so it's not going to work. So I'll cover that in the next videos. That will be helpful if you have premium Virustotal, you have access to Virustotal paid version. So after that, let's go to behavior tab. As you can see, there are some tags available. This tag actually helps you classify files. So as you can see, when it was actually they were doing runtime analysis, they found out that this particular sample had a feature which actually tried to detect debug environment, or presence of debugger. So that's why they tagged it. So this is done in an automated manner. So the virtual the sandbox that is used is Tennyson Habo, and you can get the full report as well from of this sandbox. I'll come to that later on. So after the file was launched, as you can see, this particular HTTP request was sent to this particular server, this particular IP address. It was a HTTP GET method, and that particular file was was accessing these DLL files from the disk, and following files were dropped. As you can see, administrator app data roaming Microsoft template normal.dot file was dropped, and sample.doc was also dropped at the disk. And after that, we can see that this particular sample also deleted couple of files from the temporary directory. And it's the free version also actually gives you some details on the registry key that was opened, modified, or accessed by that particular file upon execution. So these are the things that is pretty useful. And it also actually set some registry keys. That details also you can find it from this particular section. Registry key deleted, as you can see, the file was deleting some registry keys as well. And after that, there are some mutexes and different other options that are made available to the user by. So, and also it shows some modules that was loaded in the runtime. So as you can see, crypt-based.dll, adv api 30.dll. So this actually this the depending on the type of DLL that was loaded in the runtime, it should give you some kind of idea, not always but sometimes, that what is the main intention behind this particular file or something like that. Though it should not be very clear, but it should give you some idea about that. So there are plenty of libraries that was loaded. So ws232.dll was loaded, which probably means it was doing some socket communication. It was trying to communicate with some server with over network. So these are the clues that that gives you. So here are some of the highlighted text. As you can see, there are some Chinese text found in that files. Okay, now let's go back and see the full report. How does it look? So this is the Tennyson Habo analysis report. Basically, these details we have already taken a look at this, because it is taken from this particular file only. So for this particular sample, only this analysis report was available, but in premium version, you should be able to access to the dynamic analysis report from several other sandboxes as well. So free version only, for this particular file, we have access to Tennyson Habo. So this we have already taken a look. And it gives you little more information about runtime information about that particular some of the behaviors, such as connection to host. This is the IP address, username, password, and this is showing some session handles. Mm, and it actually uses the API win HTTP open request to send that request to this particular mm, IP address, and some registry details. Some behavior, detect debug environment, is debugger present, was used to detect whether that file is being run under debugger. So there are plenty of information that this dynamic analysis report gives you. Let's move to the community tab now, and this is actually Virustotal members can add their review of any file that that may encounter, whether it's malicious or not. And these are the comments a Virustotal user can give, so it will actually help the community to share knowledge, or so yeah, this is some of the information, such as the file size. This is the when it was submitted, the 11 months ago it was submitted, and the type was doc. And this is how actually you can reanalyze the file. So right now it is actually being detected by 36 engine, and that was 11 months ago. But if you retrigger now, you may find some new detection. So it takes some time, so I'm not going to do that. So this is how you can actually retrigger scanning for this particular file. Okay, so now we had a IP address submitted in another tab. As you can see, this IP address is not valid, so that is why everything came as clean, and there is no such no detection for this particular URL. So okay, so that's all I wanted to share with you guys in this video. uh, in the next couple of videos, I'll be I'll be take you through the premium version of Virustotal, which is known as Virustotal Intelligence. It has a lot of interesting features, which actually allows you to do threat hunting in so it allows you to do threat hunting very sophisticated manner. So I'll show you how can you do advanced threat hunting using Virustotal Intelligence. So that's all I wanted to discuss in today's video. I hope you have found this video useful. So if you like the kind of content I upload in this channel and you are not subscribed to this channel, I request you to subscribe to my channel. So okay, thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.